In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you exactly how to use AI ChatGPT to create a successful Google ad campaign for your plumbing business. So my name is Jordan Lee. I run a Google Ads agency and we have managed over $8.5 million in ad spend on Google for plumbing companies just like yourself all over the US. And so we have a lot of data on what works and what doesn't. And so today I'm going to be sharing with you our little secret on how to use AI ChatGPT so that you can run your own successful Google Ads in order to generate high quality leads and essentially new customers' jobs for your plumbing business. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right, so the first thing that you want to do is head over to chatgpt.com. So chatgpt.com, and you're going to want to go ahead and create an account. I've already gone ahead and done that, so I'm going to go ahead and log in. All right, so once you've gone ahead and created your account, this is exactly what it's going to look like. All right, so the first thing that we need in order to have a successful Google Ads campaign is that we need to come up with enticing headlines for our ad copy so that when someone searches up, a plumber business near me, we want them to click on our ad over our competitor's ad. So what does that look like? What am I going to type into ChatGPT? So I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste what I had already set up here. And I'm telling ChatGPT here to write me enticing headlines that I can use for Google Ads within 30 characters to attract people who are interested in hiring a plumber. And we want to be as specific as possible when we are using any type of AI or ChatGPT in this sense. And the reason for that is because we are speaking to an artificial intelligence software, right? And essentially they have a lot of data. And so if we are not specific, then it's going to give us, a lot of broad information that we may not need. And so this is why I mentioned, enticing headlines. We want to use it for specifically Google Ads. And then within 30 characters, because that's how many characters Google Ads allows us to have. So here we go. I've gone ahead and searched. And as you can see here, it's going to recommend some headlines that we can use, right? So for example, 24/7 plumber near you, emergency plumbers are great first headlines for your ad copy. Now, I wouldn't suggest that you copy and paste these exact headlines into your ad copy because at the end of the day, there's still not really any human touch to these ideas. And so what you want to do is you want to mix and match and get ideas here from these suggestions and then make it better. Okay, so that is really what we're trying to do here. Now I'm going to go ahead and tell ChatGPT here to give me more. All right, so it's going to list out another 20 headlines that now we can use or get ideas from to create our ad copy. So SOS plumbing help, great. Pipe wizards might even be a good plumbing name for a company, right? If that's something that you're still trying to figure out. Call us plumbing gurus, let leaks be gone. I'm gonna search up maybe what are some great offers that plumbing companies can give to their customers, because at the end of the day we want to stand out from our competition, right? So we want to be able to have offers and discounts that we can provide to customers that's going to help us stand out. Because if we just say that we're a plumber near you and we have like a generic headlines as our ad copy, we're just going to sound like every other plumbing companies that are running ads. So we need to have some sort of good offers, right? So free inspections, right? Offer free inspections, free evaluations, discounted plans, first time customer discounts are really good ones where we can say something along the lines of 20% off all first time customers. That way we can get new customers coming in through the door, and then we can put them on some type of maintenance plan or program, right? And even then, if we think long term, they become a returning customer and they're going to give us referrals. Okay, so there's a lot of benefits to having a strong upfront offer just to get your foot in the door with these new customers, and then long-term value of that customer is going to be really worth it for you. We can offer warranties, no obligation quotes, guaranteed response times are something that I see pretty often, right? Same day service, we'll be there within 30 minutes or less, right? These are all really good offers, right? Satisfaction guarantee. You want to be able to take these ideas and get even more specific with it, right? So for example, guaranteed response time. So saying you'll be there in 30 minutes or less, that'd be really good. Seasonal promotion. So if you're offering, drain cleaning or something like that, you could do $49 drain cleaning, $79 drain cleaning, or it's free. That way you just stand out from your competitors, okay? And like I said, having a strong upfront offer is really, really important when it comes to running ads for plumbing businesses, because that's how you're gonna be able to stand out from all the other plumbing companies that are also running ads. And the assuming that you are in a big city, it's going to be really competitive. People are going to have really good offers. So you have to make sure that you can either compete, that you're able to compete with these other offers. All right. So free inspections, these are all really good ideas. All right. So, and now that we can probably take these, incentives and offers and place it inside of our ad count piece and ad headlines as well. So now that we have ideas on what ad headlines look like, we have an idea of what, strong offers look like and what we can start coming up with to stand out from our competitors. We now need to know what keywords to target on Google Ads, right? What are the best keywords to target? So let's go ahead and search that up. Okay, I'm going to ask ChatGPT here, what are the best keywords on Google Ads to target so I can generate high quality leads for my plumbing company? Now, it's going to come down depending on what type of services that you're offering, what type of jobs you're looking to advertise. So it could be drain cleaning, hydrojetting, it could be, water heater installation, repairs. If we can get more specific with it, then great. But I just wanted to do a little bit more general for plumbing companies here. Okay, and let's see what ChatGPT came up with here, and we can kind of come up with ideas from it, right? So location-based keywords, we can target, for example, if you're in Los Angeles plumber, emergency plumber, Los Angeles, Miami, New York, whatever the case, wherever you're located. We can basically target keywords such as plumbers, you can target emergency plumber, local plumbers, plumber near me, plumbers near you. And the trick when it comes to targeting keywords is that we want to target high intent keywords, okay? So for example, we don't want to just target the word plumber or the word plumbing, okay? And the reason for that is because it's just too generic, too broad, and that's going to attract a lot of irrelevant clicks, a lot of irrelevant traffic that we're gonna be spending money on that's not converting into leads for our business. So we want to make sure that we're targeting high intent keywords, okay? These are great because, it's location based. Now, when it comes to service type keywords, we want to be careful here, okay? So for example, the word bathroom plumbing, that may be a little broad, okay? Because someone might search up how to do bathroom plumbing DIY, right? Do it yourself, or, how, just very generic type keywords is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so water heater installation, maybe we want to add the word water heater installation company, or maybe the word water installation service near me, right? Those are all example of keywords that are going to add a little bit higher intent. So that way we're not wasting money on irrelevant traffic and clicks, right? Emergency plumbing, near me, emergency plumbing companies. Now these keywords, at the end of the day, you want to test them, okay? They're really just trial and error. Sometimes this actually, even though it's a little bit more broad, the cost might be a lot lower because it's broad. And because of that, you're able to bring in more traffic, more clicks at a cheaper cost. That volume of traffic is going to convert into a lot more leads for your business, right? So budget focused keywords, these are also great. A lot of people will search this up, long tail. So you can really go through here and really see all the different types of keywords or ideas to target in your Google Ads campaign. You can also bid on your competitors' keywords, right? Now we messed with this a little bit where we try targeting our competitors as keywords, but the issue that you may run into is that, someone may be searching up for a specific business and then they might accidentally click on your ad and they might say, hey, is this ABC plumbing? And you might be, XYZ plumbing. And they have called the wrong business. So that's kind of like the thing with competitor keywords, right? That's the pros and cons of it. The pro would be, you might be able to capture a new customer that initially is searching for another business, but the con of it, that is, the customer may already be set on a specific company and you may have just wasted your click. So it really all comes down depending on what your budget looks like, right? If you have a big budget and you can do stuff like that, then go for it. But if you're a smaller company and you have a tight budget, then maybe you want to lean towards more high intent keywords. Now, this one is a really good tip here, negative keywords. A lot of business owners make this mistake. We've actually managed a lot of we've handled a lot of plumbing Google ads who have tried running their own campaign, and even marketing agencies that they've hired, they don't have an extensive list of negative keywords. And what negative keywords do is that it filters out irrelevant traffic, right? So for example, if someone searches up plumbing jobs near me, you don't want your ads to show up for someone who's looking for a job, right? You want to show your ads to people who are looking to hire you for your services. Like for our agency, like for our clients, our list of negative keywords is over 3,000 negative keywords. And even then we are still adding more and more to it every single day because we want to filter out irrelevant traffic, right? The word plumbing is, people are always searching up plumbing, right? Do it yourself, how-tos, Home Depot, Lowe's, and things like that. So we want to be able to filter out all those irrelevant traffic and making sure that we're just getting clicks from people who are actually looking to hire a plumbing company. And so if you don't have a extensive list of negative keywords, and that's something that's you're going to want to make sure to have. Otherwise, you're going to get a lot of clicks that are not turning into jobs for your business, and you're not going to be able to see that ROI that you should be seeing. All right, brand keywords, you can target your own plumbing companies for if it has a strong presence. Essentially, I don't like targeting brand keywords if you're on a smaller budget, just because you want new customers, right? If someone already knows who you are and they're going to search you up, then assuming that you already have a Google My Business set up, you don't necessarily need to pay for that click, or you shouldn't have to, right? Because that's not a new customer. So it really comes down depending on how big your budget is, right? If you have a bigger budget, maybe you can be a little bit more loose and target more things. But if you have a tighter budget, below $5,000, then maybe you want to be more high intent keywords, right? So those are the type of keywords that we want to be able to, examples of what we want to target. The next question would be, how much should we be bidding on these keywords? Okay, so let's go ahead and ask ChatGPT this. How much should I be bidding on these keywords? And let's see what it gives us. All right, so it's going to come down to a variety of things here, right? There are a lot of different factors when it comes to what your cost per click is going to be, right? It's going to be how competitive that keyword is, your quality score, right? Of how you set up your campaign, your ad groups, your ads, your landing pages. Everything has to be tight knitted, okay? Everything has to be relevant so that you can have a higher quality score. But let's say you created a campaign, it's not really relevant, it's not a solid put together campaign, your quality score is going to be lower, and Google is going to hurt you in that way by increasing your cost per click. Okay, so if you want to have lower cost per click, you want to have a very relevant, well put together campaign, so that way Google can reward you with a higher quality score, and that way you have a lower cost per click and you'll see more volume of leads coming in. Location, right? If you're in a competitive area or not, you may be in Los Angeles, or you could be in a smaller city where it's less competitive. Okay, so there's lots of multiple factors that plays into what your cost per click looks like. Obviously, you can do some research, keyword research, and it'll tell you, what your estimated average cost per click will be in your area. So there's a lot of areas, a lot of different factors here: budget, target position. You can test with the budget, your ad schedule, lots of things going on here, and you can go ahead and read through that. ChatGPT didn't really give me an estimate it didn't really answer my question, right? So let's go ahead and ask them, can you give me a ballpark of average cost per click? So let's ask them that. Let's see what it gives us. So the ballpark range here I'm seeing is anywhere between $10 to $30. Obviously, it's going to depend on, now that's for location specific keywords, $10 to $30. It's going to depend on, what areas you're in. For more general plumbing type keywords, plumber, plumbing services, plumbing company, your cost per click can be anywhere between $5 to $15, or maybe more possibly in competitive areas. So the cost per click is, as you can see here, it's going to vary on high intent of the keyword is and how competitive the keyword is, meaning that is there a lot of other people also bidding on that same exact keyword, right? So it really comes down to how competitive your area is. As you can see here, we can see, keywords, cost per click going from anywhere between $30 to $50, okay, on the high end. And we've seen that, right? We've actually managed it for some of our clients where we see cost per click from between $30 and $50 and even beyond that, sometimes, depending on the season and just how busy things are and how competitive the marketplace is. So the next question I want to know would be, what should my budget be for my Google Ads campaign, right? So we can literally ask ChatGPT any of this and it will tell us. Sometimes it's not going to give us the exact answer, as you can see here, but when it does it, can you give me an estimate ballpark budget to have an effective plumbing Google ad campaign. It's going to depend. It's a lot of dependency, right? So it comes down to how aggressive you want to be. Lead generation campaign, $50 cost per action, 10%. You need to have a budget of at least $500 per day to generate 10 leads, okay? So it comes down to what your goals are, okay? So if, for example, we know that it costs us about $50, our cost per acquisition is $50 per lead, then if we have a $500 per day, then we would essentially generate about 10 leads for that day. Okay, now so that's assuming if you have a conversion rate of 10%. Our conversion rate is actually more towards like 20 to 30% and even sometimes 40, 50% for our clients. So that comes down to how effective your landing page is. And I'm going to break that down to you right after this here. Essentially here, we're seeing if your conversion rate is 10% at $500 per day, then you'll see 10 leads a day, right? So what does that mean? We need to make sure that our campaign is well put together, so our quality score is higher, our cost per click lowers. That way we can bring down, making sure that our cost per acquisition, as low as possible, and we're not overpaying for leads, right? The next thing that we want to focus on is making sure that our conversion rate is high. 10% is about the industry average standards wise, but if you're working with a good marketing agency that knows what they're doing, then they should be able to get you above 20%, okay? Above 20% and then into that 40 to 50% if you're really good, okay? That's everything that's really well put together. And we've actually been able to achieve that for our clients, okay? And that's just a mixture of everything well put together, 40 to 50%. That is how, you'll be able to double your leads just by having a higher conversion rate. And the conversion rate comes down to how effective your landing page is, okay? One of the biggest mistakes that business owners make when they're running Google Ads campaign is when they run Google Ads and they send all that traffic to their beautiful made website, okay? So for example, for you, let's say you are a plumbing company and you've spent a lot of money on your website, maybe 5,000, 10,000, 15, 20,000. I don't know, right? But you spent a lot of money on your website. You have, live support chat, you have animations, you have a carousel of photos, success stories, testimonial videos, and all that good stuff. And guess what? That website is not going to convert internet traffic into leads for your business, okay? And so how can we create a high converting lead generation, high converting landing page so that we can increase our conversion rate and making sure that we're converting all the internet traffic or as much of the internet traffic into leads and jobs for our businesses? Okay, so let's go ahead and search that up. What does an effective landing page look like for a plumbing company? All right, so as you can see here, ChatGPT just gave me 18 solid tips on how to create a high converting landing page. A landing page is going to be separate from your website, okay? When we are running ads for leads, for internet traffic, we want to send all that traffic to a landing page. And so an effective landing page for a plumbing company should be designed to convert visitors into leads or customers by providing the right information and a compelling user experience. So I'm going to go ahead and break this down so that you can create a high converting landing page, right? So clear and compelling headline. This needs to be short, clear, straight to the point, and gets the visitor's attention. You can have some nice images, some nice before afters, maybe a picture of your team. If you have a big team, maybe photos of your trucks, your team, your work, right? So it's just putting a face on that page is going to increase your conversion rate, all right? So you want to have good copy on the landing page as well. You want to have a clear call to action. Now on the landing page, you only really want 2 call to actions, okay? What is it that we want our visitor to do when they visit our page? It's one of 2 things. Number 1 is either to call our phone number so that we can, talk to them, give them a quote and see where they're at, what type of job it is that they need. Or number 2 is fill out a form so that we have their information and then we can reach out to them, right? So those are really the only 2 call to action that we should have on our page. And that's going to be in line. We'll get to that later. So contact information, we want to have your contact information there, which is our phone number, email address, and physical address. Testimonials and reviews, we don't have to go too crazy with this, but maybe a few here or there will add credibility to your page. Service details, what it is that you do exactly, what it is that you offer, what it is that you specialize in. Pricing information, especially if you have a good offer for a specific job, maybe for your drain cleaning, your hydrojetting, maybe it's your water heater installation or repairs. You want to have that information on the page, okay? Trust badges and certifications, that's going to add credibility and make you look like an expert in the field, and that's going to help you stand out from your competitors. Free resources, I don't like this one. I don't like to offer downloads and tips or stuff like that because we're not offering a do-it-yourself type of thing, okay? We're looking to convert visitors into leads for our business. They need us for our services. So we don't want to give them any free resources. We want them to call us so that they can hire us. A lead gen form, that's basically just a contact field box where they can, put in their name, email, and phone number so that we can call them. Privacy assurance, just making sure that, and this is more so for Google Ads compliance, just to make sure that, hey, we're not selling your information, we're not doing any of that, right? So having that on the page is just for Google ad compliance purposes. Responsive design and page loading speed, making sure that it is responsive on both desktop and mobile, right? And you want to double check that, right? You want to make sure that the page doesn't look weird on mobile, or if it looks weird on desktop, okay? So both should be responsive. And actually a lot of the leads that do come in through mobile. So you want to make sure that your mobile website, your mobile design is on point. Page loading speed is really important because people who are searching for things on the internet, they want things quickly, right? They want things like right now. And people who are searching for things on the internet, they have the attention span of about a goldfish. Believe it or not, it's scientifically true. So you have about 7 seconds to convert that visitor into a lead for your business. And so if your page loads too slow because you have too much information, you have too many videos, images, animations on there, then it's going to slow down that loading speed and you're going to lose that visitor as a lead for your business that you had paid for that click, right? So you have about 7 seconds. 2 to 3 of those seconds is going to go towards loading up that speed, loading up the page, right? Which means you have about 4 to 5 seconds left to get that person, that visitor, to do your one of 2 call to actions, which is either call you or fill out the contact box, right? And if we have too much information such as links, about us, article, buttons, and links, they click off the landing page, and maybe you have like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube link that they can click off. It's all delaying that time for them to become a lead for your business, right? So you want to make sure that it is a straight line and making it as easy as possible for that visitor to become a lead for your business. So that is so important, okay? So you have about 4 to 5 seconds. You don't want a page to be too long, but you don't want it to be too short either. You want to have a good amount where they get all the information they need, which is why, going back to number 1 here, we want things to be clear, compelling, and concise in order to convert that traffic into leads for your business. And then lastly here, SEO is going to be something separate. It's not really Google Ads. SEO is something else. But here is the last most important thing here, is that there are so many businesses who make this mistake and they're not tracking their Google Ads campaign properly, right? Every time someone goes in your landing page and fills out that contact information or calls you, that should be tracked. That information, that data should be pushed back into your Google's algorithm, so that way Google Ads can go out there and get more leads for your business. Because once you get data and you feed it to Google, essentially Google will use that data to go out there and find more leads for your business. And so that's why over time, the Google algorithm will actually start working in your favor, and you'll see your campaign improving over time, right? So you'll see more leads come in, you'll see the cost per lead go down, you see the quality of the leads get better. And that's all only possible if you have the tracking codes and you set it up properly. So you should have call tracking numbers. You should have a tracking on your thank you page, right? So for everyone that gets onto that page, and then that data should be pushed back into your Google Ads. And if you're not doing this, your Google Ads will not be successful, okay? So in order to have a successful Google campaign, you need to not be flying blind, and you have to have trackings in place along with all these other tips that we have gone over, okay? And so the last thing that ChatGPT recommend to us is that your landing page should specifically be designed to align with your Google Ads campaign and its targeted keywords. So make sure that the page provides a seamless user experience, answers some common questions, and it encourages visitors to do your actions, which is contacting you for your plumbing services, all right? And so if you want to get this set up quickly, our Google Ads agency have already managed over $8.5 million in ad spend on Google Ads. We have a lot of data on what works and what doesn't. So if you need help setting this up or managing it, then schedule a call. It's a free call with me and my team so that we can see where your goals are and how we can help you and see where would be a good fit for each other. So if you want to go ahead and schedule a call with me and my team, I'm going to leave the link in the description below, and you'll be able to schedule a call with us so that we can see what your goals are and how we can help you get there. All right, guys, see you in the next video. Yo.